Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I'm your host, Josh Davis, also known as Crash. Today is Friday, July 1st, 2022, and I am here to talk to you guys about the Major League Baseball slate for tonight. We've got a nice 10-game slate. Before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, if you would give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and then please hit the alarm bell. That will turn your notifications on to let you know when we have added a new podcast to the channel. Our presenting sponsor today is going to be PrizePicks. If you go to PrizePicks.com, use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word with no space. They will 100% match your first deposit up to $100. And if you haven't joined us yet at DFS Coach Talk, there's no better day than today. DFSCoachTalk.com is our website. And right now we're offering a 4th of July special. It's only $74. It goes from today, the day you sign up, or whatever day it is that you sign up, until September 2nd. And that's going to give you our Major League Baseball, both our PGA and the Live Golf with that recent addition. And then we have NBA Summer League, which starts tomorrow, actually. We've got 2 games tomorrow with the California Classic starting the Summer League off. The Lakers and Heat and Kings and Warriors are going to be featured in that. And then we also have NASCAR and MMA that we've been providing. And if there's anything else, then we'll add that too. So you get all of that for just $74. And like I said, that'll last all the way up until September 2nd. So right up until the kickoff of the NFL season. So I'm going to be going over the 10-game Major League Baseball slate today. It starts at 7:05 Eastern on all 3 sites. We do have some weather concerns in Cleveland and Detroit on this main slate, so we will have to keep an eye on that. But other than that, we should be in the clear weather-wise. Get right into it. My top pitcher play is going to be Corbin Burnes. He's 10-9 on Fanduel. He's 10-6 on Draftkings. He's going up against the Pirates. They've scored 8 runs in their last 2 games, and they've had a hitter that's hit 3 home runs in each of those games. So I think there's going to be a lot of regression coming Pittsburgh's way starting tonight. They've scored the 3rd fewest runs per game this season, and they have the 2nd highest strikeout rate. So this is a very favorable matchup for Corbin Burnes, who's been on fire lately. His last 3 starts, he scored 51, 61, and 46 fantasy points against some really good teams. He's pitched against in those matchups. He pitched against Toronto, St. Louis, and the Mets. So 3 really good offenses that he's gone up against and done very well. I think he's going to get double-digit strikeouts tonight, and I'm expecting 50-plus fantasy points from Burnes. He's got Angel Hernandez behind the plate as the umpire. So Eric Lauer, who's not really a high strikeout pitcher, got 13 strikeouts the last time Hernandez was an umpire in Philadelphia. And so I could definitely see Burnes going over that double-digit strikeout mark today. Garrett Cole is probably going to be high owned. He's going to be another top option for me that you could look at. But he is going up against Cleveland with the lowest strikeout rate. So I do prefer Burnes over Cole, but I don't think that Cole is a fade. Now, if the weather comes into play, then yeah, we'll definitely not be looking at Cole tonight. But Burnes is definitely my top option. Coach, who wasn't able to be on the show today, he has some family things he's taking care of. He is going to go with Tony Gonsolin of the Dodgers against the Padres. So he's going to be his top pay-up option. My value pitcher is going to be Christian Javier. He's 9,100 on Fanduel, 9,200 on Draftkings. He had an absolutely incredible start last Saturday against the Yankees. He pitched 7 shutout innings with 13 strikeouts for 70 fantasy points. He went up against the Angels earlier this year. It's when he was kind of being brought back into the rotation. And in that game, he pitched 3 2/3 shutout innings, struck out 4 for 23 fantasy points. He should be getting full run tonight. The Angels have the highest strikeout rate, and I think this will be another good spot for him. I don't expect him to get, 60 or probably even 50, but if we can get 40 to 45 from him, I think that's going to be very good for that price of 9,100 on Fanduel, 9,200 on Draftkings. And then Coach's value option is going to be Alex Cobb. He's going up against the White Sox. So Alex Cobb is Coach's value pitcher. My fade pitcher is going to be Joe Ryan. He's 9,000 on Fanduel, 8,800 on Draftkings. He's allowed 3 runs or more in each of his last 3 starts. And it's been a small sample size, but Baltimore has 4 hitters that have hit 300 plus against him. And Cedric Mullins and Ronald Odor, who just recently came back to the lineup for Baltimore, they both hit a double against him in their last matchup. So I think Ryan's in for a little bit of a tough matchup for that price. I would rather just go to Javier against the strikeout-heavy Angels. And Coach's fade pitcher is going to be Chris Bassett going up against the Rangers. He likes the Rangers a little bit tonight, and I'm going to get into that here later on. But Chris Bassett's going to be Coach's fade. My BVP play for the day is going to be Ketel Marte. He's 2,900 on FanDuel, 5,200 on DraftKings. He's hit 417 with 10 hits and 24 at-bats against Antonio Senzatella. He has 8 singles, a double, and a triple. And I feel like he is a steal on FanDuel where he's only $2,900. So Ketel Marte is my BVP play. Coach is going to go with his teammate, Christian Walker. He's 3,100 on FanDuel, 4,200 on DraftKings. So still a good price for him as well, especially on DraftKings. And he's 476 against Senzatella with 10 hits and 21 at-bats, 4 singles, 4 doubles, and 2 home runs. So Christian Walker is Coach's BVP play for the day. My HR call is going to be Christian Walker. Like I said, he's 476 against Senzatella. Right-handed batters are hitting 372 against him this year, so Christian Walker is going to be my home run call. And Coach is going to go with Shohei Ohtani as his home run call. For our top stacks, we both like Arizona up against Antonio Senzatella in Coors Field. So I'm sure they're probably going to be the highest owned stack, especially if the Yankees game gets postponed due to the weather. But if not, I do like the Yankees against Aaron Savali as well. I do like as a GPP, I like the Brewers against Roansy Contreras. I know that he has had decent numbers, but the Brewers have been red hot. They still scored 7 runs, even though they lost yesterday 8-7. But I just think that their offense is really coming together. They've started to get healthier. Hunter Renfroe might be back in the lineup soon. So I like the Brewers here against Roansy Contreras. Coach likes Arizona as well, as I mentioned, and then he likes actually a game stack between the Mets and the Rangers as his other stacks. For prize picks, I'm going to give you Coach's plays first, and I'm going to give you mine. Coach likes Tony Gonsolin over 34.5. Tony Gonsolin over 34.5 fantasy score. Going up against the Padres. And then, as I mentioned, his home run call. Shohei Ohtani is only 7.5 fantasy score, so he definitely likes the over there. For me, I'm going to go with Corbin Burns over 8 strikeouts, and also going to go with Christian Walker over 8.5 fantasy score. So those are going to be my 2 prize picks plays. Like I said, if you haven't joined prize picks, you can go to prizepicks.com, use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word with no space, and they will 100% match your first deposit up to $100. And I know Coach isn't on the show today, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys our FanDuel 2 brains are better than 1 GPP lineup. So what we're going with today, we're going with Tony Gonsolin. I know he's our pitcher, so I'll go ahead and give you that. And then we have Christian Walker at catcher first base. Then we have Ketel Marte at second base. We have Evan Longoria at third base. We have Corey Seager at shortstop. And then we have in the outfield, we have Starling Marte of the Mets. We also have Brandon Nimmo of the Mets. Then we have Chris Taylor of the Dodgers. And then we round it out with Shohei Ohtani as a utility. So that's going to be our FanDuel 2 brains are better than 1 GPP lineup. Colin will post that on Twitter. So if you didn't catch all of that, you can get that on Twitter as well. Or, of course, you can just rewind the video here. But that's going to do it, guys. Like I said, we got a really nice 10-game slate today. We've hinted on our Discord that this could be a 5-crown slate. So that would be our top-rated slate. So we've only had one other one of those this year, and we both really like this slate. So definitely want to, if you haven't joined us yet, join us at DFS Coach Talk. You can follow us at DFS Coach Talk on Twitter. I'm at JP Davis 1982. Coach is at Joe Servati. And we will be back again tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and Prize Picks. Thank you. Have a great day.